Alright, now before you pick your 12 tones, your 12 songs, you have to pick the 12 tones songs that actually have to do with the 12 tones. You can't just pick all the songs in the key of G and expect to learn all 12 tones. It's not going to work on one key or just a couple of keys and expect to actually learn all the 12 tones. So you have to pick 12 different songs that have 12 different tones or pitches in them that start off the song. So this way you can actually focus properly on the tone. Now, it doesn't mean that it necessarily has to be in the same key, and I'll explain that to you in a minute, or that it has to be just one tone by itself. I would recommend not using clusters or songs that have just a bunch of noise in the background, but before the song starts. When the song starts, the best thing to do is make sure that it is the primary tone that you can, the primary tone that you can actually focus on. So, as in the case with the one I use for the key of C, I used Heart and Soul by, well, I don't even know who the original author of that one is, but it goes, but it starts off with C, or at least the way I play it, and that's how I memorized it, and that's the one I was using to focus to learn the tone C, because it starts in that one. So it starts, and so I was able to focus on that tone. For the tone of B, I use To Know Her Is To Love Her. The Beatles did a rendition of that one, and so I focused on using that song. And then I used that over and over and over again, and that's how I memorized that one. Now, those are the real simple ones. The more difficult ones are going to be the ones where are the accidentals. Those songs might be a little bit harder to find, say if you're not into a variety of music. It's going to maybe a little bit more difficult. So you might find a song that has two tones played at the same time, like in the case of A and F sharp. I used Across the Universe, a song written by John Lennon from the Beatles, in order to be able to learn this one, because the F sharp really stands out for me because it's the higher one in this part, so it goes. So I used F sharp, okay, in order to be able to learn that song. To learn that pitch, that tone. Even though it does have two different tones playing at the same time, two different pitches, I focused on the. So that's the one I actually used. But the song, I love that song, so it made it very easy for me to be able to focus on that tone as opposed to the A. Now, that's still in the beginning part of the song, and it's in the key, it's in a completely different key, as a matter of fact. So it's not like in the key of F sharp or G flat. Now, it doesn't matter what the song is, what key the song is in. What you're focusing on is just the tone. Once I learned the F sharp G flat, I labeled it F sharp G flat when I just sang the tone. Okay, and by doing so, it doesn't change the song, it doesn't change the key signature of the song, it just makes it easier for me to label that tone. Okay, that's the only reason why I actually use that song, was so that I can find a tone, memorize the tone, and then label the tone with both the names, because accidentals have two names. They have the sharp and the flat on it. So once you actually find a song, it doesn't matter if you don't have to find two songs, one in G flat and one in F sharp. Just find one and then label that F sharp G flat. And the same thing with all the other accidentals as well. Now, there are songs that you might find that are in the key, as in the example that I'm about to give you is the song is in the key of G, but the first tone, which actually I'm able to hear, is A. It goes, okay, and the song is called Love Hurts by Nazareth, and it starts, Love Hurts, so it's down, down, and the song is in the key of G. Love hurts, strong, but I focus on only the A. And by doing so, I can hear that in my head clearly, so then I'm able to actually go ahead and focus on that one tone. I still continue on with Love Hurts, and then I stop because I know that I've worked on just the tone as I'm going through it. And I'll show you why you want to go through the first measure later on. But you want to focus on that. Even though the song is in a completely different key, I'm just focusing on the A. Okay, so you do that with all the 12 tones. Okay, now it should make it very easy for you to remember that it's not the song you're trying to, well, you're not focusing on the song, you're focusing on the tone. So regardless of what key the song is in, as long as that tone you're looking for starts the song and is very predominantly featured, as in when there's two different tones as opposed to just one, then you'll have no problem being able to distinguish it from all the other sounds around you. Okay, and try to find one that's quiet, like I said, with the that it sticks out on its own, or you can hear it, and it has to be just that one tone that you're focused on. You're not trying to focus on using relative pitch or anything else. You're just focused on that one tone, and it has to be a song that you love, because if you don't love it, it's not going to mean anything to you, and you'll realize how hard it's going to become if you try it any other way. So that's how you pick the tones from the songs. How you actually pick the songs, because you're actually picking the tone you're looking for. Okay, and that's how you're going to learn this quickly and easily. Okay. All right.